Now it's showing that it's recording. Are you seeing anything?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Let me go ask Russ. Oh yeah, right. And they're also still trying to fill in the blanks. Education. Right. See, they're still not doing what AP does anyway.
The big advantage is that you don't have to really go.
All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rolls through the night time till the daybreak comes around. I can see myself, it's a golden sunrise. Young boy, open up your eyes, it's supposed to be your day. Now off you go, horizon bound, and you won't stop until you found your own kind of way.
And the wind will whip your tousled hair, the sun will rain a sweet despair, great tales of love and strife.
And somewhere on your path to glory, you will write your story of a life.
And all the towns that you walk through, and all the people that you talk to, sing you their songs.
And there are times you change your stride, there are times you can't decide, still you go on.
And the young girls dance their gypsy tunes and share the secrets of the moon. So soon you'll find your wife.
And now I see stretched out before me just another story of a life. Just another story.
Some of the things we'll be telling you tonight are lies.
Some are legends.
But mostly we'll be sharing stories and dreams.
And Harry wrote them all.
Old John Joseph was a man with two first names. They left him in the railroad yards when they took away the trains. And only one run a week comes on roaring down that line. So all he's got to worry about is time. I come by in the evenings to hear about where he'd been. He'd say, come on, sit down, kid. Where shall I begin? He'd start telling me the stories of the glories of his past. But he'd always save the story of his Corey for the last. And he'd say, my Corey's coming. No more sad stories coming. My midnight moonlight morning glory's coming, aren't you, girl? And like I told you, when she holds you, she enfolds you in her world. I was quite surprised to find out all the places that he knew. And so I asked the townsfolk if his stories were true. They said old John was born here, lived here all his life, never had a woman, let alone a wife. And very soon you'll find out, as you check around, that no one named Corey's ever lived in this town. So I chided the old man about about the truth that I had heard, but he smiled and said, reality is only just a word. And he said, my Corey's coming. No more sad stories coming. My midnight moonlight morning glory's coming, aren't you, girl? And like I told you, when she holds you, she enfolds you in her world. I came by one evening, but he did not hear my shout. I looked in the window and I saw the fire was out. When he would not wake up, I forced in the door, and I saw that old John Joseph would tell stories no more. The scene at the graveyard, just 3 of us were there. Me and the grave digger, we heard the parson's prayer. He said we need not grieve for this man, for we know that God cares. They put the cold dirt over him and left me on my own. And when at last I looked up, I saw I was not alone. So I said, if you're a relative, he had a peaceful end. That's when she said, my name is Corey. You could say I'm just a friend. Corey's coming. No more sad stories coming. My midnight light morning glories coming, aren't you, girl? And like I told you, when she holds you, she enfolds you in her world.
So that's the old man's story. I'm glad you came tonight. You see a busted down old railroad yard sure makes a lonely sight.
You may wonder why a young man would work out here alone. Well, the job pays enough to keep some flesh on my bones. And I confess, I get to missing the old man a bit. And there's one other reason I guess I should admit. Can't you see my Corey's coming? No more sad stories coming. My midnight moonlight morning glory's coming, aren't you, girl? And like he told me, when she holds me, she enfolds me in her world.
she called and say with a sheepish grin.
Oh yes, I've sailed the southern oceans and the stormy northern sea, but now that my sailing's over me, boys, it's far time for me. And they call us salt and pepper, or an old salt I may be, though she may be pepper to you, me boys, she's sweet as sugar to me. Oh yes, they call her salt and pepper, for that's the way she was. And the cheap she got at least as hot as fresh red pepper does. And how much of the boys made offers to protect you from her wrath, but each and every time he would decline, declaring with a laugh. Oh yes, I've sailed the southern oceans and the stormy northern sea, but now that my sailing's over me, boys, it's far time for me. And they call us salt and pepper, or an old salt I may be, but she may be pepper to you, me boys, she's sweet as sugar to me.
I've had me body broken, I'm drowned and parched bone dry. I've heard my name be spoken, I've spit in the devil's eye. The sea once was me mistress, now Pepper's replaced her. She's just another captain, like eight of old captains were. Can have your milk toast cream, I'm made of old salt brine.
And the galley sauce and starch in a crown of lace instead of a spine.
Sure, the old girl can get tough at times, but a sailor's what I've been.
And when a storm's about, you learn to ride it out.
So you can sail once again. Oh yes, I've sailed the southern oceans and the stormy northern sea, but now that my sailing's over me, boys, it's harbor time for me. And they call us salt and pepper, or an old salt I may be, but she may be pepper to you, me boys, she's sweet as sugar to me.
Mr. Tanner was a cleaner from a town in the Midwest, and of all the cleaning shops around, he made his the best. But he also was a baritone who sang while hanging clothes. He practiced scales while pressing tails and sang at local shows. His friends and neighbors praised the voice that poured out from his throat. They said that he should use his gift instead of cleaning coats. But music was his life and was not his livelihood, and it made him feel so happy, and it made him feel so good, and he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul. He did not know how well he sang, it just made him whole. His friends kept working on him to try music out full time. A big debut with rave reviews, a great career to climb. Finally they got to him, he would take the fling. A concert agent in New York agreed to have him sing. And there were plane tickets, phone calls, money spent to rent the halls. It took most of his savings, but he gladly used them all. stage, his face set in a smile, and in the half-filled hall the critics sat, watching on the aisle. But the concert was a blur to him, a spatters of applause. He did not know how well he sang, he only heard the flaws. But the critics were concise, it only took 4 lines. No one could accuse them of being overkind.
Mr. Martin Tanner, baritone of
Dayton, Ohio, made his town hall debut last night. He came well prepared, but unfortunately his presentation was not up to contemporary professional standards.
His voice lacked the range of tonal color necessary to make it consistently interesting.
Full-time consideration of another endeavor might be in order.
He came home to Dayton and was questioned by his friends, but he smiled and just said nothing, and he never sang again, excepting very late at night when the shop started to close. He sang softly to himself as he soared into the But music was his life, it was not his livelihood, and it made him feel so happy, and it made him feel so good, and he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul. He did not know how well he sang. It just made him whole.
The rocket's gonna fall on us.
With a start.
And he ran to his mother, fear knock in his heart.
and he told her of the vision that he was sure he'd see.
She said, "Go back to Slimtown, you're hardly on battery."
Everybody knows the rock leans over the top.
Everybody knows it won't tumble to the ground.
Chicken little said the sky was falling down.
Well, nothing ever came of that. The world still whirls around.
The rocket's gonna fall on us. He stood and told the class.
The professor put his chalk down and peered out through his glasses.
He went on and said, I've seen it high upon the hill. If it doesn't fall this year, then very soon it will. Crazy boy.
Everybody knows the rock leans over the town.
Crazy boy.
Everybody knows that it won't tumble to the ground.
Crazy
More important studies than your fantasies and fears. You know that rock's been perched up there for 100,000 years.
He went up on the mountain beside the giant stone.
They knew he was insane, so they left him all alone.
He'd given up enlisting help, but there was no one else.
He spent his days devising ways to stop the rock himself.
One night as he was working, pulling braces on the ledge, the ground began to rumble, the rock trembled on the edge. The rocket's gonna fall on us, run or only crush.
And indeed the rock was moving, crumbling all to dust.
He ran under it with one last hope that he could all was still.
Rock seemed where it always was, or where it always will be.
When someone asked where he had gone, they said, oh, he was daft.
Who cares about that crazy fool?
And then they start to laugh. But high upon the mountain, when the wind is hitting it, if you're watching very closely,
The rock slips a little bit. Sometimes words can serve me well. Sometimes words can go to hell for all that they do. For every dream that took me high, there's been a dream that's passed me by. I know it's so true. And I can see it clear out to the end. And so I'll whisper to her now, again, because she shared my life. More than all the ghosts of glory, she made up the story of my life.
It was raining hard in Frisco. I needed one more fare to make my night. A lady up ahead waved to flag me down. She got in at the line. Where you going to, my lady blue? It's a shame you've ruined your gown in the rain. She just looked out the window. She said, 16 Parkside Lane. Something about her was familiar. I could swear I'd seen her face before. But she said, I'm sure you're mistaken. And she didn't say anything more. It took a while, but she looked in the mirror. Then she glanced at the license for my name. A smile seemed to come to her slowly. It was a sad smile just the same. And she said, how are you, Harry? I said, how are you, Sue? Through the too many miles and the too little smiles, I still remember you. It was somewhere in a fairy tale. I used to take her home in my car. We learned about love in the back of a Dodge. The lesson hadn't gone too far. You see, she was gonna be an actress, and I was gonna learn to fly. She took off to find the footlights. I took off to find the sky. I've got something inside me to drive a princess blind. There's a wild man wizard hiding in me, illuminating my mind. Inside me, not what my life's about. For I've been letting my outside tide me over till my time runs out.
She's flying, afraid to fall.
was not much more for us to talk about. Whatever we had once was gone, so I turned my cab into the driveway, past the gate and the fine trim lawns. And she said we must get together, but I knew it'd never be arranged. Then she handed me $20 for a $2.50 fare. She said, Harry, keep the change. Well, another man might have been angry, and another man might have been hurt, but another man never would have let her go. I stashed the bill in my shirt. And she walked away in silence. It's strange how you never know. But we'd both gotten what we'd asked for such a long, long time ago. You see, she was gonna be an actress, and I was gonna learn to fly. She took off to find the footlights, I took off to find the sky. And here she's acting happy inside her handsome home, and me, I'm flying in my taxi, taking tips and getting stoned. I go flying so high when I'm stoned.
Truck started down the hill that leads to Scranton, Pennsylvania, carrying 30,000 pounds of bananas. Yes, carrying 30,000 pounds of bananas. He was a young driver, just out on his second job, and he was carrying the next day's pasty fruit for everyone in that Coast Guard city where children play without despair. And back outside piles people manage to eat each day. Oh, just about 30,000 pounds of bananas. Yes, just about 30,000 pounds of bananas. He passed a sign that he should have seen, saying shifty low gear, $50 buy my bread. My bread. He was thinking perhaps about the warm-breath woman who was waiting at the journey's end. He started down the 2-mile drop, the curving road that wound from the top of the hill. He was pushing on through the shortening miles that ran down to the depot. Just a few more miles to go, then he'd go home and have a raise his long craft day away, and the smell of 30,000 pounds of bananas. Yes, the smell of 30,000 pounds of bananas. He was picking up speed as the city spread his twinkling lights below him, but it paid no heed as the shivering thought the night's delights ran through him. His foot pressed the brakes to slow him down, but the pedal floored easy without a sound. He said, Christ, cry! It was funny how he named the only man who could save him now. He was trapped inside the desert hellside, riding over his spear hunchback. Cause every one of those yellow green, I'm telling you, 30,000 pounds of bananas. Yes, they were 30,000 pounds of bananas. He barely made the sweeping curve that led into the steepest grade, and he missed a thankful passing bus at 90 miles an hour, and he said, telephone poles, into houses, Brucey trees, and blew across 7 people. And then he lost his head, not to mention an arm or two before he stopped. And he speared for 400 yards along the hill that leads into Scranton, Pennsylvania. All those 30,000 pounds. You guessed it, folks. Of bananas. You know the old man who told me about it on the bus as it went up the hill out of Scranton, Pennsylvania? He shrugged his shoulders and he said, and this is exactly what he said, "Boy, it sure must have been something. All those 30 pounds of bananas. I'm telling you, 30,000 pounds of mashed bananas." Of bananas, of bananas, of bananas, 30,000 pounds of bananas, of
Maybe she will come with you. Maybe she will stay. Maybe she'll just watch a while, then wander. It seems like all the good things in your life just drift away. But maybe she will stay this time. I wonder.
Like 2 months, though I met her tonight. Something just told me it would work out alright. So I asked her to act out what was there in our heads. I said, no need for games, babe, let's hop into bed. That's when I said, get on with it. Let's get it done, life is made up of moments. Let's not miss this one, get on with it. Before it's too late, we know where we're going. There's no need to wait. And that's when she said,
Let's take it slowly. You don't really know me. If we make it holy, maybe it will last. What is your hurry? There's no need to worry. The one thing we know is that time goes too fast.
soon it's working so well. I've got her moving in. All permanent thoughts already begin. You see, she is the woman I want for my wife. I said, let's set a date, babe, and get on with our life. And that's when I said, get on with it. Let's get it done, life is made up of moments. Let's not miss this one, get on with it. Before it's too late, we know where we're going. There's no need to wait. And that's when she said,
Let's take it slowly. You don't really know me. It's all over, let's not drag out the end. If we split up now, at least we'll stay friends.
And that's when she said,
Get on with it! Get done! We had our moments, don't prolong this one. Get on with it! No, it's too late. Yes, it's all over. There's no need to wait.
that's when I said, let's take it slow. How you know me? And once it was holy, don't give up so fast. What if you're hurry? You don't need to worry. The one thing we know is that time, 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 time
Goes too fast.
That's the corniest thing I've ever heard.
Where those guys come from?
Mama stood crying at the dockside, saying, please, son, don't take this trip. I said, Mama, sweet mama, don't you worry none. Even God couldn't sink this ship. Well, the whistle blew and they turned the screws and turned the water into foam. Destination, sweet salvation, goodbye home, sweet home.
Let's stand on the Titanic, singing my God to thee. The icebergs on the starboard bow, won't you dance with me?
Well, there's a trombone and a saxophone. The bass and drums were cooking on the bandstand, and I was strumming in the middle with this dude on the fiddle, and we were 3 days out from the land.
Well, the foghorns jammed and smoking, even droning through the misty night.
I heard the lookout shout, there's icebergs about,
But still everything's alright.
Let's stand on the Titanic, singing my God to thee. The icebergs on the starboard bow, won't
it's me. What did you think when you heard me back on the radio? What did the kids say when they knew it was a long lost daddy-o? Remember when we listened to the radio and I said that's the place to be? And I got a job as an FM jock the day you married me. It was 2 kids and I was into AM rock, but I just had to run around. It's been 8 years since I left you, babe. Let me tell you about what's gone down. I am the morning DJ at WOLD, playing all the hits for you wherever you may be. That bright morning voice who's heard but never seen, feeling all the 45, going on 15. The drinking I did on my last big gig, it made my voice go low. And they said that they liked the young sound when they let me go. So I drifted on down to Tulsa, Oklahoma to do me a late night talk show. Now I've worked my way down home again in a Boise, Idaho. That's how this business goes. I am the morning DJ at WOLD, playing all the hits for you wherever you may be. That bright and morning voice heard but never seen, feeling all the 45, going on 15. I'm making extra money doing high school song pops. I'm a big time guest MC. You should hear me talking to the little children and hear what they say to me. I got a spot on the top of my head, just making for a new toupee. I got a tie around my gut from sitting on my, but it just won't go away. Sometimes I get this crazy dream where I just take off my car. But you can travel on 10,000 miles and still stay where you are. I've been thinking that I should stop this jockeying, start that record store. Maybe I could settle down if you take me back once more. Okay, honey, I see. I guess he's better than me. Sure, old girl, I understand. You don't have to worry, I'm such a happy playing all the hits for you wherever you may be. That bright and morning voice heard but never seen, feeling all the 45, going on 15. I am the morning DJ at WOLD.
Down in Massachusetts, there's a little spit of land. The men who make the masks, they call the place Canaan.
The men who do the fishing call it Gloucester Harbor Sound.
But the women left behind, they call the place Dogtown.
The men go out the way
station, and she named the place
Dogtown. There's all these gray-faced women in their black widow gowns, living in this graveyard right in town. Well, you soon learn there's many more than one way to drown. That's while going to the dogs here in Dogtown. My father was a merchant out in Boston fight. When my husband came and asked him for my hand, but little did I know then that the glass jeweller's wife marries but the sea salt and the sand. He took me up to Dogtown the day I was a bride. We had 10 days together before he left my side. He's the boatswain of a whaling ship, keeper of the law. He said, farewell, my darling, I'm going to leave you with my dog. And I have seen the splintered timbers of 100 shattered hulls, known the silence of the granite and the screeching of the gulls. I've seen that crazy widow woman walk the harbor as she raves at the endless rolling whisper of the waves. Sitting by the fireside, the embers slowly die. Is it a sign of weakness when a woman wants to cry? Dog is closely watching, fire glints in his eye. No use to go to sleep this early, no use to even try. My feet's like a woman's, I have a woman's breast and eyes. But where am I to open them to the ocean or the sky? Living with this silent dog for the moments of my life. He's been my only husband, my widow, or his wife. Dogtown, and there's nothing around but the sea, pounding granite ground, and that black midnight horror of a hound. Standing on this craggy hill, my eyes fixed on the sea. 6 months passed when his ship was due. I'm a widow to be. From liking this I'm living, the lonely and far. You need the bastard of a mating, of a woman and a dog. And I have seen the splintered timbers of 100 shattered hulls, know the silence of the granite and the screeching of the gulls. I've seen that crazy widow woman walk the harbor as she raves at the endless rolling whisper of the waves. At the endless rolling whisper of the waves. At the endless rolling whisper of the waves.
First I did not think it could be you. But you're the only one who got off the train. So you must be my wife, Miss Annie Halsey. Yeah, yeah. I guess I am your husband. Hello, I'm Harry Crane. Mail order Annie. Never mind you crying. Your tears are sweet rain in my empty life. Mail order Annie. Can you see I'm trying to tell you that I'm glad you're here? You who are the woman who's come to be my wife.
I know I'm not as pretty as you dreamed I'd be, but you're not no handsome fancy Dan. And out here looks are really not important. No, no, it's what's inside a woman when she's up against the land.
Mail order Annie, never mind you crying. Your tears are sweet rain in my empty life. Mail order Annie, can you see I'm trying to tell you that I'm glad you're here? You are the woman who's come to be my wife. You know it's not no easy life you're entering. The winter wind comes whistling through the cracks there in the sod. You know you'll never have too many neighbors. There's you, girl, and there's me, and there's God.
I know you're just a dark man from the north Dakota. I'm one girl from the city who's been thrown out on her own. And you're standing here not sure of what to say to me.
Captain Mail order Annie, let you and me go home. Mail order Annie, never mind crying. Your tears are sweet rain in my empty life. Mail order Annie, can you see I'm trying to tell you that I'm glad you're here? You are the woman who's come to be my wife.
Part-time help, odd job man. Can't do what I want, so I'll do what I can now, so that you will understand. Get just what you pay for, odd job man. One day this dude drives up to the station, and I slide on out to the pump. And it says,
I need some odd jobs done. Can you get out from this dump?
well, I can always use the extra bread, so I nod and take the job. But then he says,
Clean up before you come. I do not hire slobs.
well, you can see I'm not no fancy pants, but everyone's got pride. Especially since this lovely lady is sitting by his side. Still, something keeps my trap shut, and I nod again, all right. And then he gooses his Mercedes, and he slides off into the night. I give part-time
And it kinda makes my pickup truck stop looking pretty bad. Still the same lady swings the door back, and before one word is said, she leads me to his trophy room where he sits with his stuffed heads. He's got a list of odd jobs for me to do while he's out of town. He said,
I'm too damn busy, boy. The way I move around.
and then I started to figure out some prices, and he said,
It's time you learn. When you're dealing with a gentleman, you get just what you earn.
like if
Part-time help, odd job man.
and I
Can't do what I want,
so I'll
do what I can.
now.
You will understand. They get just what you pay for. Odd job man.
Now, those of you in the audience with a musical background can tell the band has gone into a minor key. In layman's terms, this means the plot thickens. And so I start to work the next weekend. I'm pounding on some stairs, and I feel that someone's watching me, and I notice she's standing there, and she said,
I'd like to watch you work. You have such supple hands.
she said,
Can I help you?
I said, maybe you can. Well, it was, she was looking me straight in the eyes. I'll admit I looked a little lower. And she started breathing faster, and I started working slower. You see, when you've got a helper with her attitude and grace, you start putting lots of extra hours in working around the place.
Part-time help,
I'm the
odd job man.
and I can't.
Can't do what I want, so I do what I can.
Well, a month or two soon come and gone with my odd jobs all done. Then who should pull up to the pump with the long lost prodigal son? And it said,
Here's $100, boy.
and he pulled the bill from his wad and started to hand it over like a gift come straight from God. And I said, but that's just $1 an hour, sir, he said.
That's what I pay for jerks.
And I admit, I almost blew my cool, but I staggered back to work. You see, most times when it's said and done, there's justice in this life. Cause what that man had done to me, I done to his wife. I give
Part-time help, odd job man. Can't do what I want, so I'll do what I can.
now, so
You will understand. You get just what you pay for. Odd job man.
Have you stopped your dungarees, looking all grown up and so very pleased? When you write your poems that have so much to say, when you speak your dreams, take my breath away.
You know I wanna be a ball player, a regular slugging fool. But I guess our dreams must wait a while until we finish school. So you and I will watch our years go by. We'll watch our sweet dreams fly. Away, away, but maybe someday I don't know it. We will dream again, and we'll be happy then. so beautiful that I must confess.
I'm so proud you have chosen me when a doctor is what you want to be.
I know you want to be a painter girl, a real artistic snob.
But I trust we'll love our children first.
You'll make a home, I'll get a job. So you and I will watch our years go by. We'll watch our sweet dreams fly. Away, but maybe someday I don't know when. But we will dream again, and we'll be happy then. Till our time just drifts away.
Listen to the seasons passing, listen to the wind blow. Listen to the children laughing, where do broken dreams go?
Can you stand your salad suit? Many years gone by, but you're still so cute. We take the car, go and meet the bus when our grandchildren come to visit us.
You know you should have been a ballerina, babe. There are songs I should have sung, but I guess our dreams have come and gone. You gotta dream while you are young. So you and I, we watch our years go by. We watch our sweet dreams fly. Run away, but maybe someday I don't know when. But we will dream again, and we'll be happy then. Till our time just drifts away.
So you settle down, and the children come, and you find the place you come from. Your wandering is done, and all your dreams of open spaces, you find in all your children's faces, one by one. There was a time when you'd curl up in my lap like a child and cling to me smiling, your eyes wide and wild. Now you slip from my arms, wave a passing hello, twist away and toss a kiss, laughing as you go. You used to say, read me a story and sing me songs of love, for you were Princess Paradise on the wings of a dove. Now I chase you and tease you, try to remake you my own. You just turn away and say, please leave me alone. And I'm a
came to the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch and bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away, and he was talking before I knew it. And as he grew, he'd say, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. When my boy turned 10 just the other day, he said, thanks for the ball, Dad, come on, let's play. Can you teach me to throw? I said, not today, I got a lot to do. He said, that's okay, and he walked away, but his smile never dimmed. He said, I'm gonna be like him, yeah, you know I'm gonna be like him. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, we'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then. Well, he came from college just the other day, so much like a man I just had to say, son, I'm proud of you, can you sit for a while? He shook his head and he said with a smile, what I'd really like, Dad, is to borrow the car keys. See you later, can I have them, please? And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad. You know we'll have a good time then. Long since retired, my son's moved away. I called him up just the other day. I said, I'd like to see you if you don't mind. He said, I'd love to, Dad, if I could find the time. You see, my new job's a hassle and the kids have the flu, but it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. It's been sure nice talking to you. And as I hung up the phone, it occurred to me, he'd grown up just like me. My boy was just like me. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad. You know we'll have a good time then.
Every chance you take don't mean a thing. What shattered, what variations can you bring to this shopworn melody? And every year goes by like a rolling bell. It's battered merchandise you sell. Not well, she can see. Though she's heard it all 1,000 times, couched in your intended rhymes, she'll march to another side. Still, the question echoes up before me. Where's my magic story of life?
It was an early morning ballroom, and the place just opened up. And the little man came in so fast that he started at his cup. And the broad who served the whiskey, she was a big old friendly girl who tried to fight her empty nights by smiling at the world. And she said, hey bub, it's raised it to his lips. He took a couple of sips, and then he told the waitress this story.
I am the midnight watchman down at Miller's Tool and I watch the metal rusting, and I watch the time go by. A week ago at the diner, I stopped to get a bite, and this here lovely lady, she sat 2 seats to my right. And Lord, 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 she was alright. She was so damn beautiful, she could warm the winter frost. But she looked far past lonely and well nigh into lost. I'm not much of a mover or a pick-em-up easy guy, but I decided to slide on over and give her one good try. I stammered out some words, but it didn't seem to matter much, 'cause I don't think that she heard. She just looked clear on through me to a space back in my head, and shamed me into silence as quietly she said,
To come with you, that's alright with me, 'cause I know I'm going nowhere, and anywhere is a better place to be.
anywhere is a better place to be. Well, I drove her to my boarding house, and I took her up to my room, and I went to turn on the only light to brighten up the gloom. But she said,
Please leave the light on. Oh, I don't mind the dark.
and as the clothes all tumbled around her, I could hear my heart. The moonlight shone upon her as she lay back in my bed. It was the kind of scene I only can imagined in my head. I just could not believe it, to think that she was real. And as I tried to tell her, she said,
That's alright with me, 'cause I've been oh so lonely, wanting someone is a
the morning came so swiftly as I held her in my arms, and she slept just like a baby, snug and safe from harm. I did not want to share her or dare to break the mood, so before she woke I went out to get us both some food. I came back with my paper bag to find that she had gone. She left
Then she wiped it across her eyes, and as she spoke, her voice came out as something of a sigh. Said, I wish that I was beautiful, or that you were halfway blind. I wish I weren't so goddamn fat. I wish that you were mine. And I wish that you'd come with me when I leave for home. 'Cause we both know about emptiness and living all alone.
And then the little man looked at the empty glass in his hand, and he smiled a crooked grin. He said, I guess I'm out of gin, and I know we both have been so lonely. And if you want me to come with you, then that's alright with me. 'Cause I know I'm going nowhere, and anywhere is a better place to be. I sung it all tonight, almost every story that I know. And now when they turn off the spotlight, I'm not sure where to go.
I'm so hoarse I can't hit the high notes. Just a whisper when I
But when you sing from the inside,
You hope that something shows, and that is
why, yes,
you are the only song I need.
After all is said and done,
You're the one song that I need.
I have sung my songs to silence, empty clubs and crowded bars. I have sung my songs to standing rooms, even sung them to the stars.
But the faces, they all fade together. The
applause is gone so fast, and the story of every darkened stage is that the glory just does not